The Sci-Bono Discovery Centre in Johannesburg launched its Wonders of Rock Art, Lascaux Cave and Africa exhibition earlier this month. This exhibition is an exact replica of more than 2,000 figures painted on the walls of the world-famous Lascaux Cave in France, which are more than 17,000 years old. These paintings are mostly of large animals that were native to the Montignac in Dordogne, southwestern France. The world's first examples of art and symbolism were first found in southern Africa more than 100,000 years ago, while Europe still contains some of the world's most well-preserved prehistoric cave art sites. To tell us more about this exhibition, we're joined in studio by the Sci-Bono CEO, Dr. Chakani. Good morning and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning and thank you.
Now, Doctor, this exhibition is a collaboration between the French Embassy here in South Africa and the French Institute of South Africa. How did that collaboration come about, and briefly take us through the significance of this exhibition?
The collaboration started sometime last year with the French Embassy, where we approached them in terms of the famous Lascaux exhibition that is currently now in Sci-Bono. Now, why this started is because we always want to pride ourselves as South Africans as the origins of the human nature. Now, when we learned about the Lascaux cave, which was discovered in 1963 in a town called Dordogne in France, we felt it wiser actually to bring it here, and then so that we can compare it with what we have. And indeed, what we have in now is quite a lot of learning. You'll find now right in Sci-Bono, the exhibition itself, it is made up of a number of interesting things. One of them is the actual cave itself. Now, when you walk in that cave, you really feel that you are inside the cave. That's where you'll see a lot of these paintings in different shapes, and even the cave itself has got some of the structures of the people that used to live then in France. Now, my observation is that when you look into that structure and compare it back to us in Africa, then you start to realize that we are not that different. In fact, we come from the same origin, and I'm saying that that origin is Africa.
And I want us to put just a highlight on that. As you say, when you juxtapose the two, there are similarities. What are some of the differences that are perhaps more evident?
Well, one of the differences, France cave, is actually, you see, those days, 17,000 years ago, the people actually went underneath the cave to do the drawings. As compared to us in Southern Africa, we're choosing some specific rocks where they can do that drawing. That's the first thing that's different. But also you'll find that we used to use the skin, but in European countries, they developed that skin and built it in such a way that it fits the shape of the body of a person. But with us on this side, most of the time, our skin is almost around the waist. But besides that, you look into the drawings of their animals, it's almost the drawings that are here in South Africa. And what is amazing about these drawings is that every time they draw human beings, they draw them dancing. I wish I could know what songs they were playing during those days. I mean, in Africa here 100,000 years ago, in France about 17,000 years ago. But it's once in a lifetime opportunity for us current human beings to have a glimpse into what our ancestors were up to in terms of the values, the cultures, what it is that they were passionate about, and why they were passionate about those things, what tools they were using. It's quite a revealing kind of technology that you start to realize technology started a long time ago.
And how important is it for us to understand how today's world is sort of molded by what our ancestors got up to? And what are some of the lessons that you think could be applied today?
It is very, very important. And as I said, now for the first time in the world, you have a European rock art alongside the South African rock art. This has never happened before. And for the first time in Africa, we have an opportunity to see the Lascaux cave art. Now, when you come as a South African or someone living around this time, then you start to compare and see what's the difference between the two. Now, on the South African side of things, what you realize is that you normally see the eland animals, the kudus, but on the other side, you don't see the same thing. Now, does that mean that the people during those times, what they were passionate about and the values was more on the eland in South Africa or more of something in France? So it's very critical for us here in Africa as a whole to come and visit the caves themselves, come and look into the South African side and make your judgment. The biggest lesson is that, as I say, we all come from the same origin. There's not that much difference when you compare the two. There are fine differences, but it's the same.
And Doctor, how long will this exhibition be running for, and how can people make their way to Sci-Bono to see it?
This exhibition is here with us for 22 weeks up until the 30th of September. And for people that would love to see the caves, we've got our website, Sci-Bono.co.za, or you can also go to Pick n Pay. There's a Ticket Pro tickets, or you can just walk into the building. We'll serve you with the tickets.
Doctor, thank you very much for your time this morning. We truly appreciate it. All the best with the exhibition.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was Dr. Moretshakane talking to us about the wonders of art exhibition that's currently showing at the Sci-Bono in Newtown, Johannesburg. Make sure you check out their website and get your ticket to go see it. It will be on for 22 weeks, as he's just